What is up, Ghoul Crew? It's your girl Naxrathi. And as you might have already guessed, if you recognize the music, we are back for part 2 of Slay, maybe, the princess. The reason I say maybe is because we started off strong. We had a strong resolve. I'm looking at my screen right now because I didn't even realize that the intro to the game changes into some really interesting, disturbing imagery of the princess I'm gonna show you guys. But anyway, last time we played, I had decided to slay the princess. My resolve was strong. I did not slay the princess. In fact, I actually ended up dying, getting beaten to death, if you will, by the princess. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Damsel, but that's pretty much what happened to me. She was not the damsel that I thought she was to be, and she beat me to death. To the point where when I came back a second time, I was so frightened of her that there was no other options besides kneeling. No other options. I thought there weren't. However, we did kind of have a happy ending when we left off because I ended up meeting Voice of Smitten, or Voice of the Smitten, something like that. I'm calling him Smitten. He's my favorite voice so far. Hero is good, but Smitten was just amazing. Where we actually did end up capturing, or, you know, getting the girl. We got the princess, and it rolled into a cute little scenario where we were literally breaking the fourth wall and controlling stuff in the story, and we got out of the cabin, we thought. And then she ended up getting molded into this statue-esque entity being, whatever you want to call it, that I guess all these different perspectives are creating. I don't know. Last we left off, however, I had decided that I am in fact going to go in and I'm going to slay the princess this go round. So that's where we are. We're actually going to start this episode strong, and we're sticking to the resolve. We're gonna go slay her, and we're gonna see what happened. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to know when the ghouls are on the rise. If you're coming back, I hope that you enjoy this second part, and let's get into it.
You're on a path in the woods.
We're back.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I'm gonna skip through all the parts that we pretty much already know, which is he's gonna describe the cabin, what we're here for, what we're gonna do. I'm gonna skip all the way up until we actually get to the cabin, unless something's different. So far, nothing's been different when we start off.
You're here to slay her.
They know! They know. Okay. So, okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go, ghouls. We're gonna go do it. We're going to... Sweet, I've always... All right. All right, let's silently continue. Let's silently continue. We're not gonna cap.
The short path.
Tab. I love that feature. I love that feature. They knew that was gonna get repetitive real quick because my attention span, the way that it's set up.
The interior of...
Okay, we're taking the blade.
We are
taking it. We're going into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
We've seen this.
This is an oppressive place.
I'll let this go through.
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
This music was probably in my first go through with the princess, but I didn't notice it. But like everything in this game is importante, because you hear how menacing the music is right now that we've chosen to grab the blade and take it into the basement. Last episode with Smitten, it was roses littered across the floor. It was sparkling waters. We're gonna run away together. This sounds like I am the harbinger of death, which I am in this instance, but we're not even gonna say anything. We're just gonna continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
All right. Steel my nerves and step forward. We're not even gonna do this.
Your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I've steeled my resolve.
Oh, no talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I will say she does have a good point. Like, what makes me think that I can kill her, right? Well, the title of the game does, slay the princess. I'm here to slay you. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do. My resolve's not breaking this time, ghouls.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Oh, it's so nerve-wracking.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay. Nope. We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna talk. Slayer.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
She looks so scared.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
I didn't think it would be that quick. Maybe last time is because I hesitated.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I hope so.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
They've got me nervous, ghouls. Of course it is. She's dead. Okay, so here's my other theory. Okay? I believe that this world is shaped more so by my character's thoughts and what he believes to be true, right? I feel like if I say I'm not sure, then this world basically weaves my, like, me not being certain, my uncertainty into the fabric of the world. So I'm going to say, of course she's dead, so that she stays dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Please let me leave. Please let me leave.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
It's a good point.
But it was for the greater good.
Was it?
One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
So do I meet
You
the
open
statue?
the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
So did the world still end? Is it not ending?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
He sounds psychotic. And like he's trying to convince me. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. Yeah.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
Oh,
You've never been happier.
no. What is this?
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No, not at all. I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us out of here? I'm not happy, so no. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
But you're probably not going to like it.
Lay it on me, hero.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
What?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Oh no.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Not there being another layer. I thought that they would just teleport me straight to that statue entity thing. Not... Oh.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do. And the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Oh, you can't be
Don't
serious.
you dare.
No. No. Oh, no. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. No. 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 We're not going to stick around here and do nothing.
Thank you.
Anything to get out of this hell.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
No.
You ingrate.
It's dusty. It's dusty. I have 2 windows and a table. And in the basement is a dead princess that I don't even feel good about murdering.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The
What
end.
happens?
Nice knowing you.
The specter?
You're on a path in the woods.
Tab.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
Oh, it won't let me
basement of
tap
that
this?
cabin, you're here to slay her.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay, no. Turn around and leave?
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh. Okay. Okay, but I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Oh, man.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened.
Alright, let's go to the cabin. Let's go to the cabin. Let's see what
Oh,
changed
warning.
inside the cabin.
Before you go any, she will lie, she will
tab.
cheat, and she will do
I
everything.
can't tap
She
this.
won't be a problem.
Oh, maybe because it's Voice of the Cold. What does the inside look like? I'm so curious. Is it just a dull cabin?
The interior of the cabin is cold,
Oh
a soft
my.
odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows.
The music.
The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. You killed her already.
Oh my. I am curious, like, did my reflection change at all? Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
We've seen this before.
You reach forward and rub your hand again. But there was a mirror, and now
Oh, it's gone now.
Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Oh man. Alright. Take the blade again.
You take the blade from...
Into the basement. Is she gonna be down here?
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Oh man. I love how the interior of the cabin changes with each choice that you make.
The room below is silent.
There's no voice.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
What? What? Wait. Did she just peekaboo? What?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally,
Oh, she's
the
cute.
rest of the body floats up to join the head.
I would say that she's cute.
Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
It's giving like, what is it? Corpse's Bride? You guys know what I'm talking about.
Ghost!
Good. That's all, folks.
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
We can talk about it. Oh, I brought this damn knife down here and she's a ghost. Is it a steel blade? Does it slay ghosts? I'm gonna die.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck.
Oh, this
as she
is gonna be
circles
such a
you.
good thumbnail. I love Ghost Princess.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Mika, stop. No, my resolve. No, we said we're gonna slay her. We said we're going to slay her. Slay the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Oh no.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Please don't do this.
But I didn't say you could touch me. Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time. We're not gonna tell her that. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? We're not asking her that. What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? Slay the princess harder. Fine, if I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. I guess I'll get going. Slay the princess harder!
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
I mean, I just thought I would try. I'm here to slay you. I'm trying to hold true to my resolve, okay?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
No!
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
I mean,
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
straight into my chest?
Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
You know what? I'm not afraid of you.
Not yet, but let's see if you stay that way.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Oh, yep. Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly. Did we get her?
I don't think so, hero.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Oh no, is she gonna remember me in the next one? She never remembers me. There's no way she's gonna
Afraid you'll
remember
never
me.
know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
There's a third chapter. Was there a
On
third
a
chapter
path in the wood.
before?
Here we go again. Off to slay her again.
Was there always a third chapter?
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring?
Oh, Hero's still there.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves.
Wow.
And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
How many voices are in my head?
That doesn't sound like
I've
me.
never had
If
multiples.
I'd had everything my way,
I mean,
you
I've never
would have
had more than
effortlessly slain the princess,
3.
saved
There's
the world,
4.
and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
It's dreadfully boring.
It was bullshit. So you killed yourself.
I mean,
Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately,
this is
real.
so new. I've never had a third chapter, and I've never had more than 3 voices in my head.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
I see.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Well, she's pretty pissed right now. We've killed her? Okay, let's go through it. And why should we help you? All you're gonna do is lock us away forever again. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. He was. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to stop falling through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. I don't think we should let her out now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own.
That's a good point.
Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out.
I don't think we should let her out right now.
Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
I don't think so.
No, it's
She'll find us.
strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Maybe we weren't supposed to do what we did with the knife.
More rules, more rhetoric.
Maybe.
Since when is there a wrong way to slay her? I'm sick of it. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
Continue down the path towards the cabin.
I'm curious what it looks like, to be honest.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Oh man.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Oh, I'm
It
torn.
sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Let's enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark,
Whoa.
a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance.
Y'all, where's the knife?
Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains.
Oh no.
There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Oh no.
Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Oh no. Oh man, let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
Oh man.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh no.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror
Here
clean.
we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh no.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
The music. The music. The music.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
She broke my ankles? Literally?
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Ooh, my ankle is broke.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
What the hell?
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
No, we gotta build a
Do
fight
we
back.
even have a choice? You always have a choice.
Fight back.
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Okay. Okay, let's see our options. Look, we're even now. I killed you and then you killed me. Water under the bridge? I don't think that's gonna work. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. It's not gonna work. I'm a victim in all of this too. You know, not gonna work. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you? Yeah, but she's going to enjoy taking my body, clearly. That's fine. I actually came here to free you. Nope, struggle.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
It's so easy to make you squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
I didn't agree to that.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
That's a crazy line. The membrane of my soul?
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway.
I think
your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull.
We're gonna have to do it again.
Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
I know we don't have a blade, but we're gonna have to figure out how to do it again.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ooh.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
Could I lock myself in the bathroom?
There's another option.
Basement.
No? Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
I told you guys we'd have to find another way.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
We can't release her into the world now. Yep. Throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I don't like you taking my body.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step
Just
away.
throw yourself over. We need to win one. So do you.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
We weren't letting her take our body. I mean, I don't hate you, but no, princess.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Not the Joker laughter.
What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving.
Exactly.
At least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
You're annoying.
I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh. And why is that?
Oh no.
He's gone. But
Everyone's pissed. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What is happening to me?
But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Hell no!
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Alright, let's approach the mirror like always. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. It's
We've
going to
seen this
do
before.
something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? She's not, so I'm not gonna ask that. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me. But it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. If anything, it makes me like you more. Huh?
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? I feel like I asked that, but...
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Okay. Have you figured out what you'll want when we finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Okay. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I love this entity. Okay, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die for the 8th time. It's not the 8th time, but still. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to go back.
You're on a path in the woods.
Tab. I'm going to go back. I'm going to kill her again, but this time when I go back to the ghost, I'm going to forgive her and see what happens. Or like, you know, get her to forgive me and see if something happens other than her becoming a wraith. Because I'm curious, because she said she was going to forgive me. So I want to see, like, if I go down there without the blade, can I change the outcome?
The interior of the cat.
Okay, take the blade. Yep, enter the basement. Okay. Continue down the steps.
You're still listening to reason.
Still your nerves and step forward.
You step forward.
Yep. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward.
Okay, she's dead. I can't choose this again? Oh no. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel. Okay, she might have a trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort. The little life that
what
was
a
left
change
in her
of event.
eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Oh no.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
Thought I could redo everything.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What am I waking up as now? The racer?
You're on a path
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
woods. You're here to slay.
Okay. Proceed to the cabin.
She will lie. It couldn't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
more on the money.
So I'm the voice
We're
of
really
the
doing
cheated this
aren't
time
we?
instead of the
I'd
cold.
say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright, let's go. What does the cabin look like now?
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood
Whoa.
and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh man. Alright, well, take the blade. Just in case.
You take the blade from the table. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands.
Yep.
Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Maybe not. It's just a caution.
The door to the basement creaks open,
What
revealing
was
what
that?
must once have been stairs.
It sounded like a
The
knife being
fractured
dragged.
slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to
Oh,
it,
we about to
like
be
the smell of
boxing.
fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be
The
anything.
hero is
It's
gone.
probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Oh, hero's there. Oh, he is there.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
What does she look like?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after
Oh
all.
man. Should I
What
kill
are
her?
you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I don't trust her. Look, I know you're mad at me. Okay, alright. So we've got, if I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You'd better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Screw it. Slay the princess. Okay. Can we just talk things through? All right, let's not even play that. Like, let's let bygones be bygones. Let's try that first. Where was it?
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
You were just dragging something. Come on,
I have
princess.
absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening.
Because she is.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
She was dragging
Do you
something.
know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous.
I am too.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally
Ghouls,
decide
I know,
you're ready
but
to
just-
deal with her?
Just trust me.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No. I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
All right. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Oh my god.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
We didn't.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
She is. She's totally armed. Can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
God.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
All right, nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of
Yep.
movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion.
I knew she had a knife.
So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Really, narrator? You're useless.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
I don't think so.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she
Oh, okay.
slices through her arm.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you and for the entire world,
Are you
you
serious?
are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defence. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Great.
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything
Great.
goes dark, and you die.
The arms race? What does this mean? What in the toxic
You're on a path
relationship?
in the woods. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
Wait,
a
it
constricting
skipped. I
mess of
didn't-
curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I didn't do anything.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that
Oh, he
interesting?
skipped it.
Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Okay,
We have to fight.
we're gonna fight.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Was it twice?
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
I mean,
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with
Broken
the fate
is
of a
here
single
too?
person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there.
okay.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
Okay.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do?
Broken, stop
So,
it.
are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
We're gonna go to the
I'd
basement.
love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
He never sees what we see.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Yep.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Says you.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Oh no, don't drop the blade.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Oh no.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Ugh.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin.
The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the
Holy
wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for
Come
you.
on.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
You know what? No, I'm gonna meet you.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
I don't know about flirting. Oh my god, these options. We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. I don't think so. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think up something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
No,
You don't
please!
have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you.
Come on!
What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Skeptic?
Oh, a new one of us.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Your Honor? No, Your Honor. Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
It automatically
No
brought me
wonder
somewhere?
everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan. Now.
Oh, no. I don't want to do that again. Okay, so here's our options. We're fighting her, obviously. I don't think we have anything to fight her with. She's gonna kill us. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Well, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to let her stab us and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Okay, let's appeal to her authority. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
Oh, snap.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Compliment her on those gleaming blades.
Smitten.
There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
The fact that I'm getting to hear all of the voices at once is actually so cool.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
It's literally taking me through all of the options.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Great. 4? What?
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if?
Oh my
Throw
god,
it out
they're
the window.
all talking ghouls.
Over my dead body.
They're all
That
here.
won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so
very
very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed love.
Smitten, I don't think this is her.
Fine
The
by
one
me.
you want.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know.
It's
Fine,
a
I'll
slide.
just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine.
Oh,
You make your
no.
way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were
Oh,
gone.
no.
Do you want to see it?
No, what is she turning into now?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really?
A giant
then.
sawtooth brain. Like, what are we
Here
doing?
we go. Now.
The princess's
Yep.
skin twists,
Yep.
splitting into red
Yep.
blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears.
Yep.
And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a
Maybe I
chest.
can still get to
Are
her.
you ready for what comes next?
Not really.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Smitten!
Absolutely
Smitten,
divine.
no!
Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
No,
That looked painful.
it did.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate
Oh my god!
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Empty my mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too. Absolutely.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet, through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Wow. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The remains. You're unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think anything you do out there is real? Do you think we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Riddles. Yep, okay. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does. But you're going to keep that to yourself. No, we're going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me.
I only need one more?
I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay. Okay. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Oh, this is so this is so exciting, actually.
I will be here, waiting for you.
I was actually going to end the episode, but now that I know this is the final one, we have to commit. We have to commit to the ending.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna continue to the cabin.
You make your way. We're not gonna ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking.
We're gonna proceed to the cabin. We're not gonna take a blade. We're not gonna take a blade. So
the interior of the cabin is all the blade.
Yep. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase for...
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me?
Her voice.
I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
There's hope. There's hope.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy... She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused.
Nope, we're committed. We're gonna bring her a good piece.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Well.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'm not listening to you. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut your mouth.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I know, hero.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away
seen
down
this
here
before. All right. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me.
She offers the suggestion
We've
with
seen this
almost
before.
complete. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
We've seen this.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams. Is someone else
Yep.
here?
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for
Seen
everyone.
this before.
Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She
Okay.
barely hesitates
We've
as
seen
she
this before.
rips her flesh from her. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here,
this happen
but if there's a
before?
time to strike, or
No.
we could use, you won't like what happened.
Save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you cut into her. The blade is sharp.
Yep.
And it takes little effort to. Her limb falls. She
We've
didn't
seen
so
this.
much as utter. No.
We've seen this.
She smiles softly as her gaze. How is she still smiling after every?
Thank you.
Yep. Let's approach the
No.
door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess approaches the bottom. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
No.
What are you doing?
Is there an option to? Okay, warn her. Warn her again.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
We've
Your
done this
body
before.
lunges forward. The blade held, but the princess dodges. Stop it. Stop trying to
Oh
resist
wait,
me. I'm
is it
trying.
gonna have me kill her? No. No. No.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now. A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Oh no.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow
Maybe we
sharp
can talk
enough
to her when
pull
we come
apart
back.
your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
It's alright. I have a plan.
It can't just end like this.
I hope it does.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
And again, this is the narrator's fault.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch. That's fine.
You're
It's
on
fine.
a path.
Okay, we're gonna
in the
tap this
woods.
out.
You're here.
Okay. We're going to. What does that say? But I died. Yeah, it's the same crap. We're gonna go to the cabin.
A warning.
Yep.
She
yep.
will. Don't worry. You can
Opportunist.
trust us to get the job done.
Proceed to the cabin. We're gonna go down again without a blade and see what options we
The
have.
interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
We're not gonna take it.
The blade is your implement.
Nope.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Into the basement.
blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into.
No idea, but we're
It'll
gonna do
always
it.
be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Say hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I'm sorry.
She must have you confused with someone else.
No, she doesn't.
Seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Maybe.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Nope,
Look,
we can talk.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Kind of.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
He does.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's
You
defensive.
descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She looks really cool.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Because we do, narrator. You're useless.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the
Come on, let me
task
talk
at
to
hand.
her.
I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna say, so here's our options. I'm sorry about last time, which is what I'm leaning towards. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. No. I get the sense you're not happy with me. Let's not play dumb. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk it out? We were unarmed last time. I died last time, you didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. No. Can't you get out of those chains on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. No. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here? Please don't. I trust you. Not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. Okay. I'm gonna apologize.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little
Aw.
monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
All right. All right. So we're at an impasse. Neither of us are going to get anywhere if we can't trust each other, unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight. That's the only one that's new, I think. I don't want to fight.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want. The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
Okay. 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 I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell her that she shouldn't be trusted. Alright. Okay. I didn't bring my blade down. Remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh heavens.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little, a woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Alright. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She's probably gonna stab me.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
She looks so cute.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
I'm not gonna do it.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Come on.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Do I trust her?
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
This is true.
We're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out.
She's probably gonna stab
If you
me,
help
but
her out
I'd
of here,
like
you're
for
going
us
to
to have her
regret it.
trust in the next part, if there is another part. Step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Please don't stab me.
You
Please
step
take it
onto
as
the
good faith.
stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those
This is
things,
true.
but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right.
Nope, you're
this
wrong.
is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs?
No.
I think that's the
The whole
smarter
point
idea.
is for her
She
to
can't
trust
sneak
us.
in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Don't say that.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
Oh.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
We saw that coming.
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Are we both dead together?
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
We broke our back.
I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Is she
See,
stuck
this
too?
is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
They didn't want
There's
to
just
kill
one
her, though.
problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she
That
would
is
have gone
true.
to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Her back is broke too.
Whoa! She's not as bad as us.
Broke back, bitches.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yep.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take.
Sweet
Maybe I'll get to watch
heavens.
the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't
I
respond.
think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh, this is the last one. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where does she go? Is that a...
Alright, let's go. You
This,
approach the mirror.
this up there,
We're gonna go. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh, great. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you
I
me?
think you know what I am.
The narrator? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. Whew. What are you? What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? Does it hurt when pieces of that break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Oh, so I only have maybe a short amount of questions? Are you a part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I wasn't supposed to see all of this, was I? What is this place? Where are
The
we?
construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Let's see. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all
I do.
this hubris?
The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
So I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Let's see. Are you a god, or were you a god? I'm pretty sure death is good. Actually. Important even. I agree.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
I don't want to be a god. I want to be
You are
me.
you. And if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Are you a god, or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. My time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
Alright, let's go meet the princess. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. What is happening?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long. and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
You sure do, because there was a lot of dying that we did between the two of us.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, so there's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I do want to ask something. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Okay. Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What?
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other.
Wait, I was just asking questions.
It's only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Oh man, okay, expand. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you. Appeal to your shared humanity.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Come
This
on!
torrent of blades catch you from boundless angles. We're a body. You are in your stillness, you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives. And yet it is all so far behind you.
This
Pushed
went
you to a
so
greatness
left.
You never would have reached without me.
So I get it, there's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you, I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. This has always just been about us, two people forced to hurt each other again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your emotion of pain and suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Jeez. Okay, I think we can turn this around. I think we can turn this around. I love this music. First of all. The questions. Okay, so it says address this vessel statement directly. When forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency, but agency requires action, and action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments, would you remove action itself from reality? There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture. I'm gonna keep trying to expand to appeal to her humanity.
We are the whole of reality.
Give me a break.
Your little bird takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Okay. Okay. Expand, address this vessel statement directly. But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had desire and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you forever and ever, consumed by true belief. There was nothing that could hold us back. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me. Feeling never left
Then
me.
there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can move together, hand in loving hand.
All right, I'm ready. I want to leave with you. I don't know if stopping on a specific vessel makes a difference, but we're gonna leave, or not. All right, let's leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. I have no idea what's about to happen. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to the finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield. Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. What in the acid trip is happening? You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no worlds, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite? You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you've always been and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. I don't... Oh, that was so intense. Like, so intense. That was so good, too. I loved that. I'm gonna play this again. I need to know what the other endings are. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Is that a good ending? Thank you for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting... Oh, wow. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking a picture of this with my phone because I'm a child. So there's that. But it's a special, it's our song. That's so cool. Join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist. Make your playlist? Oh, that's cool. It actually, like, okay. Oh, that's cool. That's so awesome. All right, back to the game. Play our other game? They have another game? What's the other game? Okay, I guess we'll find that out later. This was such a good game. I don't usually play visual novels, but I loved this. This was so interesting. Like, every time I thought that I could, like, exploit the system. First of all, me going back and not realizing that they remove your previous choices is bonkers. I'm just really curious how, like, I have to play again for one, because I want to actually save the ghost. I want to save her. There's a lot of things that I'm gonna do, but I for sure want that good ghost ending where she forgives me. This was amazing. I love Slay the Princess. There's so much replayability because you just don't know how. There's so many different options. Like, there were questions I didn't even finish asking the narrator. I could have kept fighting with her. I don't know what that would have done. I guess according to the achievement, I got the good ending. Yeah, this was really good. I loved this. I hope you guys loved this. I will definitely be playing this again, and I might even do like specific type runs, like don't slay the princess ever, or which I don't even really know if that's possible because at one point it forced me to slay her, but we'll try our damnness to not slay her next time. I haven't played many visual novels, like I said, but I loved this. The phenomenal storytelling, and it was beautiful artwork, and the soundtrack. I loved it. This is amazing. This is fantastic. I'm gonna look into their other games because they have a fan out of me. Again, thank you all so much for watching my playthrough of Slay the Princess. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so that you can be one of the first to know when the ghouls are on the rise. And as always, stay weird, keep it cool, ghouls.